Should I hit the intro, Johnny?
Dude, hit the intro, bro. You have to.
I don't know if I can do it. Car Talks with Nathan. And your host is...
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Johnny.
So guys, welcome to Car Talks. This is the episode, the show where I drive a car and I give you advice about business, YouTube. My whole purpose is just to help you get better today. And we're gonna talk about some absolute fire stuff, some really good stuff. I heard Johnny got some really fire questions.
They are fire, bro.
I hope so, bro. To be honest, I'm really enjoying the Car Talks. I think they're really fun. They don't get as many views, but the things that we talk about in Car Talks, like just the amount of value that just, I'll let this episode speak for itself. All right. Anyways, let's talk about the car. Today we are in the Ford Raptor R. It's an R. It's not a normal Raptor. So it's got that big V8 supercharged. You think this thing's fast, dude?
Dude.
Have you been in this thing?
I don't think so, to be honest. Maybe you gotta show me a little something.
All right. Yeah. Good.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Bro, this is a truck! That is crazy! Left black marks on the road. All right, well, yeah, so we're in the Raptor. This is like one of my favorite vehicles. Every day I walk into my garage and I see the Lambo and I see the Porsche and I see the GT500 and all the other stuff. And I just hop in the truck because it's just, I feel like I'm at home. I don't know. It's just, there's so much room in here. There's so much like space. It's so comfortable. It's big. This thing rides like a Rolls Royce.
Damn, dude, you're
This
changing.
thing's sick, dude.
You're changing,
I'm
dude.
changing. I'm a Ford boy. I actually never thought I'd be a truck guy. I remember when I was getting into cars, I was always like, oh yeah, I love Mustangs and I love this and I love that. And I was like, I'm never gonna buy a truck, even though I live in Texas. So I feel like, you know, I have to buy a truck. It's like part of like our tax code here. You know, you have to own a truck. One day I'll get Johnny in a truck. But anyways, let's go to the Car Talks.
Put that. These are questions that nobody has ever asked you before. Question number 1. What's the wildest amount of money you've ever lost on a YouTube video? And was it worth it?
That's a good question. So there was this one, I already know the video I'm thinking of right off the bat. Well, to be frank, do people say that?
To be fair.
To be fair, there's a lot of videos that have lost me a lot of money, but there's one that stands out for sure. It's a very specific video. It's called Stadium Hide and Seek. And this video, I think we spent around 200, maybe 250. I'm trying to like calculate payroll with that as well, not just video expenses. It was in the range of 200,000 to 250 grand for this one YouTube video. And here was our idea. And I learned a very important lesson from this video. So this video was hide and seek in a stadium. And on our channel, hide and seek videos are huge. We have done hide and seek in Preston's house, we've done hide and seek in my island house, we've done hide and seeks all over the place. We've even gone into more advanced hide and seek videos by doing like scavenger hunts. And even those videos, like there was this one scavenger hunt video where it was like break the ice and find this key, and that video has like millions and millions of views. We also did like a bounty hunter scavenger hunt where we had bounty hunters like chase us. It was basically like a hide and seek, and that video did phenomenal for our channel. Even though there was a lot of other people like Mr. Beast and a lot of other creators making those similar videos, those videos were still doing numbers for our channel. I mean, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million views on some of these videos. So of course, we thought to ourselves, we want to go bigger, right? We want to go bigger and we want to do like one of the biggest hide and seek videos. So what we did is we wanted to do hide and seek in a stadium. We tried to think of the biggest place that we could have done a hide and seek. Of course, there was a lot of options on the table. We wanted to do a hide and seek in Disneyland, but apparently you can't even rent out Disneyland. Doesn't matter how much money you have. They literally would not even give us a price. Like they're like, it's not an option. So I was like, okay. So then we went to a stadium. To rent the stadium was $100,000 for the day. But then we had to fly out other YouTubers and content creators because we don't want to just play hide and seek by ourselves, right? So we want other YouTubers in the video. So we flew out a bunch of YouTubers. We paid for their flights, their hotels. Expensive video, you get the point. And what happened, Johnny? What do you think happened? What do you think happened to the video, Johnny?
I know what happened to the video.
What do you think happened to the video, Johnny?
I think the video flopped.
The video did dog water. Dollar Tree headset, throw it in the trash. This video was terrible. I think even to this day, I think it only has like 3 million views. When we launched the video, it was a straight 10 out of 10. I was crying. It was the most depressing weekend of my life. But I knew there was a deep lesson in this video. And what I learned is that a lot of creators think bigger, more expensive, bigger edits, bigger camera, better camera equals a better video, and it almost never does. Let me tell you this, I have never seen a YouTuber fail because he didn't have a good enough camera. I've never heard of that. I'm just being honest. I've never seen a YouTuber fail because he didn't have a good enough computer. The point is that bigger does not mean better. Bigger does not mean more views. So that's just one of the things I learned. Now, is there a solution to this, you might ask? Well, the solution is bigger doesn't mean better, but how do we actually like solve this problem? And the idea is that your audience, unless you're Mr. Beast, your audience doesn't care if you spend like more money and more effort into a video. And I know that's kind of against the norm because we always tell ourselves that we have to put a lot of effort into these videos. But some of my highest paying videos last year that made me like 1.6 million last year on comps, like movies. And all we did is we took some of our best performing videos and combined them into a movie and then reposted them. These are videos that we already filmed years ago and we just repackaged them and reposted them, and that made us like $1.6 million, and that's just straight to the bottom line because there's no production cost. We didn't film any of the videos. The videos were already filmed. We just took them all together and made a little movie out of them. And those were not just our highest revenue performing videos, but those videos are getting, like, we have movie comps with 40 million views with reposted content that we already made. So the lesson there is that yes, you have to make good videos. Of course you have to make good videos, but you have to make good videos for your audience. And sometimes your audience doesn't really care that you got a fancier camera and you spent an extra 8 hours editing this video, when in reality they just want to see a better idea, or they want to see, you know, something different from you, or, you know, there's a lot of ways I could go with this because every creator's audience is different. But my point is just, if you're ever thinking of a bigger video idea, you should think of bigger video ideas, because as creators we want to keep escalating. I don't want to scare you and make you think, oh man, I should never think of a bigger idea. But just know that bigger doesn't always mean better. Now on the flip side, I have had plenty of videos that I've gone bigger on and they have paid off. They have done numbers. So it's not like every single video idea I tried to go bigger on didn't work. That's just my 2 cents.
So follow-up question on that one. Is it always a good thing to go bigger from that video? Or do you think people should scale back to see what works and what doesn't work?
It depends. When you say the word bigger, a lot of people think of amounts. Like, oh, I need to 10x the size of this video. But in reality, it doesn't actually have to be bigger. The idea has to be better. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Is that clicking?
That's clicking to me. I kind of understand it because I'm thinking like escaping 100 layers of cardboard. But bigger could be escaping 1,000 layers of cardboard, but making that better than the first video.
And that's actually what we did. So like one of our most viewed videos, it almost has 100 million views. It's escaping 100 layers of cardboard. So then we decided to do a bigger version of that video, and it was escaping 1,000 layers of cardboard. And that video actually did well, right? So sometimes it can pay off, but we've had a lot of videos where we try to go bigger and it doesn't pay off. It's more so just about the audience and what they want. Your market's gonna tell you what they want, and they're gonna tell you what they don't want, and you just have to listen to them. Like, dude, even last week, we launched an animated series, and I was so excited for this. It was an animated series. You know, we put a lot of time, a lot of effort into this animated series, and I thought it was really cool because it's a way for, you know, our characters to go out of our world, basically. And like, dude, it performed really bad. But I'm listening to my market and I'm like, okay, maybe my market doesn't want to see this. Maybe my audience doesn't care about this. So you really just have to listen to them.
Question number 2. You say bigger is better, right? In some ways. But have you ever filmed a video and halfway through realized this is a terrible idea? And if it did happen, how did you adjust?
Yeah, I actually did that last week. The other thing that I've learned a lot about being a creator is sometimes when you plan something, like, so our company, we have meeting rooms, but when I was growing my channel, I was planning everything in my bedroom. So whether you're planning your videos in your bedroom or your meeting room, sometimes when you're sitting and you're planning in the room, you think you have a great idea. And that's good. That's good. You should definitely feel that way. And then sometimes when you start filming it, it kind of opens your mind to a different perspective and you're like, yeah, this actually sucks. So that's what happened with a video we filmed last week. And what we decided to do is we decided to still go through and film the entire video, like everything that we planned. And then me and the team sat down, we went back to the drawing board and we said, okay, we all know this video sucks. We can feel it. The energy's down. What are we gonna do to make it better? So we decided to plan a whole second film day and a whole different set of scenes, and we adjusted just kind of like on the spot. And honestly, we do that a lot. Like, it's not like an uncommon thing. Like I mentioned, like sometimes you plan something and you go film it and it's not the same way that you intended, or it feels different, and you don't really know that till you actually film it and start working towards it. That's what we did. We planned a whole second day, filmed it. The second day went great. It was killer, so much better. And then we pieced those 2 days together and it ended up making actually a really good video. The video right now is like, I think it's like a 3 out of 10. So it's doing pretty good. But I'm very confident to say that if we didn't film that second day, this video it'd be trash right now. It'd be dead on the floor. I'd be kicking, screaming, crying, throwing a fit.
There you go, dude. Question number 3 and last question, by the way. Do you ever feel like you chased the video idea so hard that you lost sight of the original video idea?
Oh, all the time. Sometimes we'll think about a video idea so much that we forget the whole reason that we thought of the video idea, and the video turns into something else. In those moments, sometimes you just have to step back from the whiteboard or whatever you're doing to plan and just rethink. I like to think of it from a viewer's perspective. That's the way I creatively look at all my videos. This is something that not everyone can do, but I've created over 5,000 YouTube videos, so at this point it's just like, it's like moving my fingertips. Like I can just do it in my head. But I will go through the viewer's journey in the video from when they see the idea to when they see the visual of the thumbnail. I also like kind of brainstorm the visuals. Then right within the first second of the video, I'll see what they're seeing. I'll kind of envision what we have written out on the script, and at the same time I will also envision their emotions. What are they feeling right now? Do they have any levels of curiosity? Do they have any laughter? Is the way we wrote out this intro, does it explain the point that we're trying to get across, but at the same time also do this other thing that we're trying to achieve, but also connect back to the title that they just clicked on, right? So all these little mechanisms are working in my brain. And that takes time to like form that. Like it wasn't like that when I first started YouTube. I wouldn't look at a script for a YouTube video and just like imagine all these things. And this is like in great detail too. This is not just like, oh, okay, he said a joke and he reacted to it. It's not that. It's like I'm looking at the scenery of the background and just like all these little details. So that's kind of what I do when I brainstorm, and I'm just trying to really like almost like immerse myself in that experience. And then I go back to the drawing board, and if there's any flaws in the experience, we'll try to tweak them and we'll try to make them better. We'll try to make them funnier. That's the thing I do a lot when I brainstorm videos, is I always push for more things. If I'm looking at a script, or, well, we don't really have scripts for our videos. We just have outlines. That's the way we do it. We just write an outline. Because like scripts this is YouTube, right? It's not TV. The best content that comes from us is completely organic. Anyways, we'll write an outline of what's gonna happen throughout the whole video.
Let me follow up on that real quick, because there are times where we do have bits like written out on the outline, but then sometimes they don't even make sense to the video anymore as we progress in the video. And there's times where you have this look, and we all know this look, and it's like, oh, he's about to cook something right now. And then you say this like outrageous thing that actually makes sense, but it follows the video and like it actually goes really good. And
I think that just comes with experience, right? Like you just have to have a lot of experience in what you do to be good at what you do, like just period. Like if you want to become a really good YouTuber, you're gonna have to be very experienced. You also have to look at YouTube like a sport, right? Like if you look at some of the best MMA fighters or some of the best soccer players, they have these just insane levels of experience, and that's why they're so good. And that's kind of like what I have, and I'm building on it every single week. But at the same time, I'm also realizing that I could completely fail, right? I don't know it all. I'm not comfortable. I'm always pushing myself to learn more, because I've just seen so many creators, dude. I've been friends with so many different creators over the years. Dang, now that I think about it, I probably have like 30 to 40 close like creator friends, and these are people with like well over 1 million subscribers. And now that I think about it, there's probably only 5 of them that are still successful on YouTube. And the other 5 are their, you know, their views are dead, their channel's down. And of course, it's for a ton of reasons, right? Like one reason might be because they don't want to do YouTube anymore. You know, like I know this one guy that was like, he had like 7 million subscribers and now he's like working at McDonald's. You just can't get comfortable with this stuff. Like a lot of people get 1 million subscribers and they think they know it all, and then they get comfortable, and then they don't realize that they have to entertain millions of people, and that's what they built up this entire time. And if they fail to keep entertaining millions of people, then they just lost their channel. Then all the work that they put in for the previous 5 years is kind of pointless. And I say that not to demotivate people, but just to let people know that if you have a goal, like to hit 1 million subscribers or 100K subscribers, whatever it is, that's great. And if you hit that goal, that's freaking awesome. But realize that now you have something to lose, and don't get comfortable. Because if you get comfortable, you're gonna lose it all. You have to keep learning, you have to keep improving your content, you have to keep trying new ideas and all types of things. That's like one of the only reasons I've been able to consistently get 100 million monthly views for like 5 years straight. There is so little creators that can do that. Other than Mr. Beast, and there's probably about 5 creators I know that have gotten over 100 million views every single month for like 5 to 6 years straight. And I'm talking about long form YouTube views. I'm not talking about some like TikTok BS. That's easy. That's my spiel. It's hard, right? There's nothing easy about this, but it's so rewarding. And if you really, really want to be a creator, this is the dream job. I mean, the stuff that we get to create, the smiles that we put on people's faces, and just everything that comes with it is a dream, but it's not easy. Right? Of course it's not easy. You know, like we talk about this a lot, you know, we talk about like, how bad do you want it? And that's really what it comes down to, right? Like I talk to so many creators, and I could talk to someone, and within 10 minutes, I could tell you if you're gonna be successful or not on YouTube, because I can tell how bad you want it. And when I say successful, by the way, I mean like really successful. I don't mean just like 100K subs. I mean like 5 million subs, $3 to $4 million in revenue, like really, really like big. But it's just, you know, you can tell in someone how bad they want it. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. He has like 70 million subscribers. Like I mentioned, this guy has 70 million subscribers. And he is like constantly testing things. He's like, I'm testing this thumbnail with this, and I'm testing like 4 different titles. Also, like, what do you think of my intro? Do you think my intro is still good? Keep in mind, this guy has 70 million subscribers, and he's still worried about if his intro is good. He has 70 million subs, right? So my point is you can't get comfortable. You have to constantly be testing things, trying new things. The second you get comfortable is the second you lose everything. Think about this in a sports sense. Like if you like NFL or NBA, baseball, whatever, think about if the best player in that sport got comfortable and he said, yeah, I'm chilling. You know, I signed a big contract. I'm the best in the game. No one's gonna touch me. I'm chilling. I'm gonna relax a little bit on the weekends. What do you think's gonna happen to that dude?
Dude, he's gonna fall off.
It's not rocket science, all right? It just comes down to how bad you want it. And if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. Simple as that. There's also a lot of great people like myself that are giving people like you great resources to be successful on YouTube. So I highly recommend checking out Blueprint. There's a link in the description. It's I don't know when this episode goes up, but it's gonna be free to sign up. Also, our school community is thriving. We just passed like 300 members, and we got tons of creators in there with over 1 million subscribers sharing knowledge and tips and advice. I think that's one of the best things you can do is get involved with a community and surround yourself with like-minded individuals, because you are the people that you surround yourself with. And that's one of the reasons I'm building this community. And I'm not trying to make a ton of money off this community. The membership is like $4 a month, literally $4. My YouTube videos, like every time I post a YouTube video, I get like 30 grand. I can just post more YouTube videos. I'm not trying to make money off this community. The only reason I'm putting a paywall on it for like $4 a month is because I just don't want, well, one, I don't want fans to join, because I don't want a ton of people just asking Unspeakable for an autograph. But also, I want to keep it to the creators that are actually serious, because in the past we had free communities and there were so many people in there just like goofing around and just playing games, and I'm just like, guys, come on, this is your future. Don't joke about this. Like, let's get serious here. So if you're serious, you'll join. If you're not, maybe we'll see you one day. But that's my advice for today.
Good episode, bro.
Dude, I'm trying my best.
Good episode.
It's a longer episode too.
Yeah.
So subscribe to the channel. We'll see y'all next week. We got some banger videos coming up. Banger videos. I can't wait. I'm hyped.